All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All glory and praises be unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem HaKodash. The honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing his word, truth, sincerity. All right, this is the brother Tawab Bakah from GMS Los Angeles, coming back with another video in the spirit. And once again, Tawad Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem HaKodash for opening my eyes to this truth. Allow me to wake up another day, put the spirit on me to do another lesson, in hopes to edify the hopeful elect. Okay, it kind of opened up excited because, hey, we're in some exciting times, man. There's a lot going on, man. You know, so this is the time to, you know, to be earnest. You know, the time to, you know, this ain't the time to get weak. This ain't the time to be disenchanted. You know, this ain't the time to be, you know, on the fence. Okay, this ain't the time to be silent. Okay, this is the time to show our light, you know, pushing this truth, man. It's always been that time, but even more so now, you know, as the end gets closer and closer, and we can clearly see that this place is done. It's a wrap with this place. Okay, Babylon is through. And it's all kind of shit going on right now. You got a brother posted in the chat. There has been a blackout going on for some days now, going on over there in Gary, Indiana. And I haven't heard any news coverage on that whole situation. You know, but it was this woman in the video, this so-called black woman, explaining that, you know, and she even showed, I guess that was the area, the neighborhood she lived in. That whole area is in darkness, you know. And, you know, of course, it was at night time that, you know, the video was during night. But they have no power, okay? And then you got the whole situation over here in the States. Okay, they said Babylon now is in $40 trillion debt. You know, $40 trillion, man, in debt. Okay, and counting, you know, because this whole currency, this whole so-called money system here is all debt. That's all it is. This dollar, this U.S. dollar is a debt note. Everybody in this society is in debt. To who? The bankers. Because they're the ones that created that whole system in any damn way. You know, they set all that up, you know, to you know, for that control, to have control over the people. And now we're coming to a point where people are starting to wake up. You got people out here that's starting to realize that all this shit is all bullshit, man. Okay. And then I was watching the beloved elder brother Barack, his video, the brother Barack Allah, speaking about how the U.S. missile system is, as the Edomite in the video was explaining, is at a critical supply level, meaning there is very low. Okay, so this place is out of here, man. Okay, we're still patiently waiting for the MOTB in World War III, and that's it, you know. And those things are quickly approaching. Okay, war is on the horizon. World War III is on the horizon, you know, as well as the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. Okay, so what should those that know better, those that know they Israelites should be doing? Should be prophesying, man, speaking this word. Okay, bringing these things out. Okay, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKodash, you know. So I'm gonna bring out the scriptures, and Lord willing, I pray this be edifying. So the first scripture I'm gonna start with is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's visiting this earth. Okay? He's visiting this world. And we see that we can clearly, those of us that have eyes to see, we can clearly see that, well, we're in the end of this man's rulership. That's what, when I say end, I'm not talking about end of the earth as we know it, you know, the end of this planet. I'm talking about end of Esau's so-called white man's rulership. Okay, we can see that this man's system is crumbling, and it was prophesied to crumble. You know, the Lord's taking this place down systematically. You know, on all levels, this place is being brought low. Okay, because at one point in time, you know, it seemed like America was invincible. It seemed like America couldn't be touched. It was untouchable. You know, it was you know, at one point it was unfathomable to come up against America. But now America is a joke now. You know, America is not that so-called beacon of light that it once was. You know, and that's beautiful. That's music for to our ears, those of us that's in this truth. Okay, because this is what we're looking forward to. We're looking forward to the destruction, the downfall of this place, man. Okay. All right, it says, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and now, are we not seeing earthquakes? Okay, you just had these major earthquakes in Venezuela, Colombia. You had a couple of them out here. Okay, earthquakes happening back to back to back. It's earthquakes. They got an app where they show all the earthquakes that's occurring in the world, and earthquakes are happening frequently, very frequently now. Okay, earthquakes are even happening in places, you know, where it's not known for earthquakes to happen. Okay, so that show you that we're in some unprecedented times, man. Okay, it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and we're also seeing uproars of the people in the world. Okay, you see the whole situation with those migrants storming over there in Morocco, in Spain. Okay, see that's the one thing about, you know, people overseas. When people overseas, when they find out that their leaders, their government is corrupt, they lose it. You know, they make an uproar about those things. But see, over here in Babylon, America, you know, this place is corrupt as shit. You know, the most corrupt place on the planet. But these are the most docile people on the planet, because everybody here in America, they just accept it. But it's coming into a time, because it's all prophesied in the Bible, that sedition is going to come, man. Eventually, people are going to reach that breaking point, man. It's only so much people can put up with before they lose it. You know, and we're approaching that time. Like I said, it's nearer than what we believe, as it says in Romans the 13th chapter, speaking about our salvation. But that, you know, that's these times that's coming is going to lead to that salvation, because all these things have to happen in order for the salvation to come. Okay, it says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. You see that? The end is manifest. And that's why I said the end is speaking loud and clear. Okay? Because you can't roll, let's say, okay, we go back into history, talking about U.S. history. let's say you go back 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, hell, even 100 years. Okay? All this stuff that's going on in Earth right now, 100 years ago, all these things wasn't happening all at once, and the technology that we have now, we're able to witness these things in real time. We're able to witness all these things happening all over the earth in real time as they're happening. There's not a time you can go back and see that. No time in history was that even possible for you to know what's going on, on the other side of the earth in real time, except now, through this internet. Okay, information trafficking at a very high speed. Okay, like I said, to the point where we're seeing all these things happen in real time. So that's just an indicator that, like I said, this is the end of the so-called white man's rulership. Like the scripture just said, the end is manifest. Okay, now this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what shall I answer when I reprove? Right now, we're on our watchtower spiritually. Okay, and this is why I said, we should be prophesying. A man that knows this truth, that knows he's an Israelite, and especially in this day and age, with all this stuff going on, this is why we should be on our post. This is why we should be on our watch. Being tapped in, being locked into the spirit, knowing what the hell is going on. Sounding that alarm. Okay? This is what we're supposed to be doing. All right? It says, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And the vision is speaking about the end of this man's rulership. Okay? Now this was a vision, that was seen thousands of years ago. Now we're actually we're witnessing that vision right now as we speak, as I'm speaking. We're witnessing all these things in real time. Like I said, the earthquakes, the uproars of the people, that's the vision of the end. Okay, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, and that appointed time is the times that we're in right now. Okay, it says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. You see that? It's speaking. And those that's in the spirit, those that have eyes to see can see it. Okay, and that's why I opened up, with that excitement, man, because this is, man, all this stuff going on, and think about our apostles, elders, men that have been laboring this thing for decades. Even though we, like I said, we still gotta, we're still waiting for the MOTB. World War III is on the horizon. But hey man, we can feel it, man. We're close. Yahweh Shai is close, man. We just gotta keep holding on. We just gotta keep maintaining, man. Maintaining our lot, wherever the lot the Lord blessed us with, hold that down to the best of our ability, man. Okay. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. You see that? Things are moving fast. Okay? Before we know it, all hell's going to break loose. And that's why the Spirit kind of been getting on, us, brothers in this faith, to really prepare our minds for that suffering, that persecution that's coming, Jacob's trouble, all those things that we've been speaking on for years, especially starting with our apostles and elders on down. Okay, we're getting ready to witness and experience these things. But like I said, you know, hey, these are exciting times, you know, because all this is going to lead to the salvation of the elect of the nation of Israel. And that's why we say hopeful elect, because we hope to be of the elect, because that's what the elect has to look forward to, you know, immortality, you know, thrones and scepters, you know, a new heaven and a new earth where dwelleth righteousness, man. Okay, that's the goal, man. That's where our mind and affection should be. Okay, the world that's to come. Okay, not this fucking shithole, man. You know, a shithole that's obviously circling down the drain. Okay, so yeah, I just want to do that real quick, man. Like I said, I pray it's edifying to you sincere brothers, as well as you few sisters out there. Stay strong, keep fighting. We're almost out of here. So with that, I'm going to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKodash, the honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word, truth, sincerity. Shalom.